I'm meeting my brothers Quan and Xavier for lunch, and they are actually longshoremen. So Charleston is a big port city. We have a lot of imports, a lot of exports, and what they do is load and unload those really big container ships. And so they work really hard, and I want to treat them to a really nice lunch today. I'm making a fried okra and fried shrimp po' boy for my brothers. So I'm gonna start off with that remoulade sauce. I've diced up some chives. To that, I'm gonna add some pickled jalapenos that I've drained, a little mayo. This is like a chunky, tangy, a little spicy sauce. And if you've ever been to New Orleans or anywhere in the South for that matter, po' boys are like an iconic sandwich. You gotta have them. But here in the Low Country, we love our okra, so that's why I'm adding some fried okra to it. A little hot sauce, Dijon mustard, a little tangy, some Worcestershire sauce, a little lemon juice. Give it a mix. So my remoulade is done. I'm gonna get my dredge ready for my shrimp and okra. To this bowl, I'm gonna add 2 cups of full fat buttermilk, a little hot sauce, whisk that together. I have a pound of local shrimp here. I'm gonna add the shrimp to my buttermilk and hot sauce. Let that sit there for a second. And while that sits and kind of marinates in that buttermilk and hot sauce, I am going to slice my okra. So I have some fresh okra here that I'm gonna slice lengthwise, and I'm slicing it lengthwise so it can lay flat on the bread. You know, being a longshoreman is a big thing here. It's one of those jobs that guys really, really want down here. I mean, because once you get onto those jobs and you get into that union, you know, you kind of have a job. You're set for a long time. And it's a very lucrative career, very satisfying career, but also a very dangerous job. I worry about them, but they always, you know, they rest assured, Kardea, we know what we're doing. We're all right. Just worry about if we're going to get some food or not. Now I'm going to start my dredge. I have a cup of cornmeal. I'm going to put it into this tray. I'm going to add a little seafood seasoning. And I'm going to add a pinch of salt to this as well. So I'm taking my shrimp, making sure that I kind of like drain it, and adding it straight to that cornmeal and seafood seasoning. You want to make sure that that cornmeal coats every inch of that shrimp. No naked shrimp. You know, my brothers, they are actually great cooks too. Quan has deemed himself the grill master of the family. Xavier, he loves to cook as well, and he loves to eat. But once you see him, you'll see that he's kind of strong, and so he kind of eats healthy. He's always in the gym. But back in the day, he would get down too. So I'm done with my last batch of shrimp to dredge. I'm coating my okra in that same buttermilk that I had the shrimp and hot sauce in. Did you know the history of a po' boy? So it started back in New Orleans around 1929 when the railway workers went on strike. And so they needed a way to feed the workers while they were on strike. So they fed them po' boy sandwiches. Po' boy, poor worker, you get it? So the po' boy was a sandwich to feed the poor worker. All right, so I'm gonna fry my okra first. Have some canola oil that is heated to 350. I'm just gonna fry these until they're golden brown. I only ate okra as a child if it was fried because, well, technically I just took the skin off, the fried piece off, and I'll just eat that. But I think it's most people's favorite way of eating okra. Oh, these are nice. That is perfect. Not too light, not too dark, golden brown. Now it's time for my shrimp. No need to adjust the heat, just make sure that it stays at 350. You don't want to overcrowd your pot because you want to make sure that your shrimp evenly cooks. And I'm just frying this again until it's golden brown. Oh, look at that, nice and golden brown. All right, so I'm gonna drop my second batch of shrimp. Typically in the South, we like using cornmeal on fried seafood because it gives it a little bit more texture and gives it a bite. By all means, you can fry shrimp in all-purpose flour, but for us down in the South, we love a good cornmeal coating. Second batch. While it's hot, I'm gonna hit it with a little salt. I'm gonna build my sandwiches now. Take some of that beautiful remoulade. And I know my brothers, they want sauce on both sides. Gotta make it saucy. Well, actually, I'm gonna make this one for myself and build the rest for them. A little lettuce, tomato on this side. And I'm just going to grab my shrimp. There's no rhyme or reason to it, just build it however you like it. Now I'm going to add my okra, a shrimp and fried okra po' boy. Oh yeah. And I'm going to try this one just to make sure everything is a-okay. Ooh, look at that. Hey, that's a po' boy. Don't mind if I do. If I need to be a longshoreman to get a sandwich like this every day, sign me up.